Okay, so on to the next track in Sammy's Rock Empire Fridays, man. We started off with Stone Sour. Stone Sour was pretty cool. It was called Tired. That was great. If you're only joining us now, I suggest you go back one and also go back and watch my update video. I just give you a bit of an update in terms of what's happening on the channel, in terms of what's happening with series, in terms of where we're going and what we're doing over the next month, right? So there's a couple of things that we're doing. It's literally just a catch-up month, and then afterwards, we're literally going to go on a bit of a sabbatical from YouTube. But if you haven't seen the update video, just go and watch the update video. So this over here is 10 Years Rise. We've reacted to 10 Years a few times before. I actually really like their tracks. I don't think I've heard anything of theirs that I wasn't sort of impressed with. I think they were all pretty good. Not like mind-blowing in terms of Alter Bridge and Tremonti levels, but they were good, like really sonically pleasing, easy listening. And this one over here is Rise, the one that I should have done before I did Remember It twice. Anyway, let's rock and roll 10 Years Rise. Let's go.
Karma sits in the dark, disbelievers disregard, heavy days carry all the way. Crack the surface, make a mark, watch.
That's fire. I like that line over there, disbelievers disregard, because it's actually quite pertinent and prevalent to this day and age as well, in terms of like how many disbelievers we have and how much they disregard because they don't believe in anything but themselves. That's actually quite a telling line. But anyway, carry on.
Make a mark, watch the cycle fall apart, feel the weight slowly fade away. Come out of the darkness, step into the light. There's miles to climb to reach the other side. A spark in the moment.
That is something that people don't appreciate. There's miles to climb before you reach the other side. People tend to think that, specifically today, where a lot of what you attain in society is it's very easy, right? Because the hard work's been done by the people before you, right? They've created a society for you that's now you can literally go. And there's just think about how much easier it is to actually do things today in terms of the internet, in terms of putting yourself out there, in terms of just think about how much like free platforms have actually managed to give people an opportunity to make some money, right? How many people have actually been able to make a living for themselves off YouTube? Something you would have never been able to do in the past. You literally had to go and knock on door to door for a job, or you had to start something yourself. And if you didn't have the network, that would take an unbelievably long time, right? There's a lot of ways that are much easier to make money today that I think people don't really appreciate that. And yet the easier things go, the more the fact that you have information at your fingertips, it is easier to actually put yourself out there and things like that. Sure, economies are more difficult. Sure, finding a job is more difficult today. Sure, things are going up and stuff like that, but you've got so much more opportunity for yourself to actually make something of yourself in your own business and whatever else. And all we have is just this victimhood mentality where people are just like, oh no, everything's just terrible. We're living in the easiest time that we've ever lived in history. We are living in the easiest time, right? I mean, if you want to go back to any other year, tell me. I mean, tell me where in time would you like to go back to? Would you like to go back to the 1960s? Things are going to be they're going to be much harder for you if we take you back. If we had to put you in a time machine and take you back 50 years, things are going to be much harder for you. If you had to take you back 100 years, good goddamn, things are going to be way harder for you, and you're probably going to die by 30. If you were to take you back 200 years, do you know what I mean? And then you're in the throes of just complete and utter fucking travesty, essentially. So things are a lot easier today. But the problem is that people are just less willing to climb, right? Even though that hill isn't as steep as it once was. It's not as steep as it was for our parents, not as steep as it was for our grandparents, not as steep as it was for our great-grandparents, right? But we tend to make it seem like it's that steep, right? And then the only problem is that no one's really willing to climb, because we got Netflix and we got this and we got that and we got that, and we just want that easy life and things must just fall in our lap, right? But on the other side of that hill, you do get all of the opportunities. It's just whether you are willing to climb it or not, right? Whether you have that slave mentality or you don't. Essentially, when I say slave mentality, is literally having yourself shackled. Do you know what I mean? It's either you want to break free or you don't want to break free. That's the difference between our society today versus our society of the past. Carry on.
I'm bound to the blaze. face a chance to elevate. Rise with the changing tide, can't stop the hands of time. Rise from the chains that bind, break free from the paradigm. Rise with the changing tide, can't stop the hands of time. Rise from the chains that bind, break free from the paradigm.
Video is pretty sick on this as well.
It's all eyes on the prize. The only ones that learn to fly have the chance to ever touch the sky.
I like. Oh shit, sorry. It says eyes on the prize. It's the only words that learn to fly. That's fire. If you keep your eyes on the prize, you're bound to ascend. Fire.
It's all eyes on the prize. The only ones that learn to fly have the chance to ever touch the sky. Come out of the darkness, step into the light. There's miles to climb to reach the other side. A spark in the moment, I'm bound to the blaze. Take a leap of faith, a chance to elevate.
That's a fire line over there. There's a spark in the moment, and then I'm bound to the flame. Fire, bruh, because it starts with the spark. But are you going to create that spark or not? Fire.
Rise with the changing tide, can't stop the hands of time. Rise from the chains that bind, break free from the paradigm. Come out of the darkness, step into the light. And rise with the changing tide, can't stop the hands of time. Rise from the chains that bind, break free from the paradigm. Break free from the paradigm.
I really like that chorus. I just wish that chorus was a bit more punchier. I wish I had a bit more kick to it, right? I'm not feeling those drums. I'm not feeling that bass come through as heavily on this. Like if you actually had to think about like a Falling in Reverse track, like when it hits that chorus, oh my God, that shit just absolutely ripples through your soul, right? And that's all down to production. It's literally just getting those sort of level up, those kick drums and all that kind of vibe, just literally elevating all of that. So that literally, as that chorus hits, Alter Bridge and Tremonti do that so fucking well, right? You feel those kicks, you feel those drums, you feel that bass, you know what I mean? It's like insane. This seems a little bit more subdued though. Electric guitars are fire though. Great song with a great message. Electric guitars are fire. Absolutely. That is a cool track though, I must be honest. That's very cool. My only criticism of that is just on the chorus, I wanted that to like literally kick me like a horse in the chest. But other than that, the track was pretty cool. You guys let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.